Fair use. Daily reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. October 13th. Unremitting inventories. Continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. When these crop up, we ask God at once to remove them. We discuss them with someone immediately and make amends quickly if we have harmed anyone. Then we resolutely turn our thoughts to someone we can help. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 84. The immediate admission of wrong thoughts or actions is a tough task for most human beings, but for recovering alcoholics like me, it is difficult because of my propensity toward ego, fear, and pride. The freedom the AA program offers me becomes more abundant when, through unremitting inventories of myself, I admit, acknowledge, and accept responsibility for my wrongdoing. It is possible then for me to grow into a deeper and better understanding of humility. My willingness to admit when the fault is mine facilitates the progression of my growth and helps me to become more understanding and helpful to others. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, October 13th. Al-Anon meetings opened my eyes to something I had never thought about before. Shouting and slamming doors were not the best way to handle an already difficult situation. While there may be no harm in occasionally letting off steam with a raised voice, shouting can become a destructive habit. I'd never thought to ask myself if this was how I wanted to behave. Did this behavior get me what I wanted or encourage me to feel good about myself? When I took a good look, I realized that the answer to this question was no. Loud, angry words and actions demonstrated my frustration and pushed away all hope for peaceful solutions to my problems. The slogan that helps me back to a rational state of mind is, "Easy does it." When I use this slogan to quiet myself on the inside, it is easier to quiet the outside as well. Today's reminder: I am seeking a saner approach to everything I encounter. The slogans can be valuable sources of sanity in chaotic situations. Today, if I am tempted to act out of anger or frustration, I will remember that easy does it. There is a quote from One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, and it reads, "I will try to apply easy does it to every incident that might increase the tension and cause an explosion." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, October 13th. Making a difference. Words cannot describe the sense of spiritual awareness that we receive when we have given something, no matter how small, to another person. Basic text, page 104. Sometimes it seems as though there is so much wrong with the world that we might as well forget trying to make a difference. After all, we think, what in the world can I do? I'm just one person. Whether our concerns are so broad that we desire global peace or so personal that we simply want recovery made available to every addict who wants it, the task seems overwhelming. So much work to do, so little time, we sigh, sometimes wondering how we'll ever do any good. Amazingly enough, the smallest contributions can make the biggest difference. To gain more from life than an ordinary plodding existence requires very little effort on our parts. We ourselves are transformed by the deep satisfaction we experience when we lift the spirits of just one person. When we smile at someone who is frowning, when we let someone in front of us on the freeway, when we call a newcomer just to say we care, we enter the realm of the extraordinary. Want to change the world? Start with the addict sitting next to you tonight, and then imagine your act of kindness multiplied, one person at a time. Each one of us makes a difference. Just for today, the act of kindness costs me nothing, but is priceless to the recipient. I will be kind to someone today. Today, Emotions Anonymous, October 13th. Reflection for today. When I am feeling especially lonely, the pain inside makes me wonder why I have to go through this. The longer I am in the program and share my pain, the more I am aware that others hurt also. This common bond helps me to understand, care, and grow. Pain is nature's way of telling me I have a need which has to be taken care of, whether it is physical or emotional. I need to care of myself, and I can do it. Meditation for today. Help me realize my pain is worthwhile because it draws me closer to you and to others, and it gives me compassion. Today I will remember. Whenever I share my pain, someone comes into my life with a similar pain to remind me I am not alone. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics' dysfunctional families. October 13th. Breaking the ties. As children, we are tied to our families by our physical needs. BRB, page 88. Many of us lived our childhood thinking what happened to us was our fault, but we existed at the whim of others. We were able to eat, but the price was being shamed by an angry parent or ignored by one who was self-involved. Some of us felt we were only given a place to sleep if we didn't talk about the sexual abuse going on in our house. We blamed ourselves because we had no other way of understanding the situation. Today, as we see our childhood for what it is, we learn to replace the abuse by cultivating an inner, loving parent. This parent protects our inner child and allows us to sit with the things until they sort themselves out. We don't jump to conclusions or overreach for an outcome that we can't see. If we don't know what to do, we call someone and get help to turn it over. We allow our feelings to flow freely. It is cathartic. No longer are we tied to our families in an unhealthy way. We focus on ourselves and begin to accept a higher power of our understanding. We don't rush to judgment when there is no clarity. We are a part of an awesome universe, and we know we can't see all sides of it at once. We accept that we are where we need to be for today. The affirmation reads, "On this day, my inner loving parent creates boundaries that make my inner child feel safe and whole, regardless of what's going on around me." Share, subscribe, like, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. And remember that you are not alone, and that recovery is absolutely possible, one day at a time.